My family has owned a catering business for 22 years. My parents built it from nothing, worked every weekend for a decade before they could afford to hire anyone, and put 3 daughters through school on the back of it. It was never glamorous, but it was ours, and everyone in the family understood what it had cost to build. I came on full-time 6 years ago to handle the finances, and my sister Renee joined 2 years after that to manage day-to-day operations. Our third sister Dana had always kept her distance from the business, and we never pushed it because Dana and our mother had a complicated dynamic none of us fully understood, and it always seemed easier to let Dana stay at the edges than to force something that might cause more damage than it solved. For the first 3 years working together, Renee and I were a genuinely good team. She was organized and consistent, and the business grew in a way that felt real and sustainable, and I was proud of what we were building on top of what our parents had sacrificed to create. Then things started feeling slightly off in ways that were each individually explainable but collectively strange when I looked at them together. Food costs running higher than they should for the volume we were producing. A supplier invoice that looked duplicated when I pulled the records but that Renee said she had already caught and resolved. A cash deposit from a weekend event that came in just under $400 short of what it should have been based on the headcount we had invoiced. I raised each of these as I found them, and each time there was an explanation plausible enough to move past without pushing further. Then we brought on a part-time bookkeeper named Elliot to help with the volume during our busiest stretch, and within 6 weeks of Elliot starting, every discrepancy I had been quietly cataloging stopped entirely. Not slowed down. Stopped completely. I filed that observation away without saying anything to anyone, including Renee. 3 months later, Elliot made a minor error on a vendor payment, and when I went into the records to fix it, I found something that had nothing to do with his mistake. A pattern of transactions going back 14 months that did not add up and that I had never been shown despite being the person our family trusted with the financial records. I printed every page, drove to my parents' house that same evening, and laid it all on their kitchen table. My father went quiet in the specific way he does when something is genuinely serious. My mother looked through the pages slowly and then asked me who I thought had done it. I told her I did not know for certain yet, but that I had a strong feeling and that I needed a little more time before I said anything definitive to anyone. Part 2, coming soon.